Machine, rtfc.baconicecream.com.
What's going on? It's Rich here from Bacon Ice Cream Productions, and today I'd like to talk about something near and dear to my heart. Being a dad. I love my little guy. And I've received so many blessings since he's arrived into my life, and they're just too numerous to count. But I've got to tell you that it leaves very little time for one of my other favorite pastimes. And that's gaming. So, where it's awesome to be hanging out with friends and family and to be doing all that kind of stuff, like I said, I mean, it really does give little time to just kick back, get in a few rounds, do whatever we need to do. So, how do I feel about all this? And what am I doing to get back that work, family, and play balance? Well, I think it's time to take a bigger look into that, which means it's time for another episode of a little show that I'd like to call Since becoming a father, I've always tried to sneak some game time here and there. A little raid action, Destiny here, a little Division 2 or Star Wars Fallen Jedi there. And it's fun times when I can get them, but also lonely times as well. I found that these experiences are lacking in that togetherness factor. Sure, it's fun to play multiplayer and coordinate with friends online, but I've been finding that I'd be constantly tucked away in a hidey hole, namely my man cave down here in Bacon Ice Cream HQ. I want a game, but I feel like my desire to do that is giving way to having a longing to play with people in person again. So, what did I do? I started by bringing my console over to my friend's house and playing some of what I would like to call Couch Co-op 2.0. We'd get together every month or two and be able to get in, I'd be able to get my game on and have a good time. And believe me, that was great. And I think gaming in general is a great outlet, albeit a little cumbersome, as I have to BYOGH, right? Bring your own gaming hardware. I'd show up with my PS4, controller, cables, monitor, of course the games. Luckily, my gaming bud has always had a place for me to hook all this stuff up in his own little, like man cave area kind of thing. And, then we'd get a nice little 2-player setup going, right? It's pretty sweet, but a little infrequent. Even during those times, though, we're tucked into yet another room, gaming away in the Division or Destiny while the kids are running around doing their thing. It's good, but can it get to better? Well, I've been thinking lately, how do I get my son involved? Now, am I going to put him in front of any of my PS4s and throw down in any of these games? I mean, he's 4, so probably not. So what can I introduce that's fun and can help out with things like hand-eye coordination, memory, yet be simple enough for him to start to just pick up and play? Let me take you guys into the Wayback Machine a little bit. Yeah, I think these will do. Now, I hear you out there saying, well, what about those other controllers that should be there? Oh, wait, you mean this? And this? And all those other controllers that should be there, like the NES, Genesis, N64, Dreamcast, whatever? All in good time, my friends. All in good time. So why just the second generation consoles first? Because As someone who grew up with them as my primaries from age 3 to 15, I can tell you there's some great fun to be had. And now that I'm a dad, they're all safe. Now, I'm not going to worry about my little guy just grabbing some random cartridge and jamming it in that console, turning on that bad boy and seeing something that's going to give me a heart attack. You know, like, what do I got here? You know, stuff like this, or this, or that. You know, obviously, right? Now I know. Stuff on the NES and all those other consoles. Some of that stuff isn't that bad, but there is some stuff that does skirt the line. I'm looking at you, Chiller. Mortal Kombat, Conquer, etc. Nope, don't have to worry about any of those types of games in the second gen. Even better though, these systems have games that are meant to sit down and play together. I mean truly designed for it. Stuff like Combat, Air Sea Battle, Triple Action, the list goes on. And all these titles beg for people to get on the couch and just have fun. We're talking down and dirty gameplay here. You and your friends blasting away, having a great time, and then moving on. No need for instructions about complicated game systems and rules, controls where you have to explain lots of different button combinations, none of that stuff. No cheat codes, no weird controls, no advanced level design, just a simple method of control and a button or two to do what you need to do. That's it. And it all comes together to spell fun and a good time. But does it work? Is there buy-in? Well, at least for my little guy and his cousin, yes. I've been blown away at all of that early buy-in and the sheer curiosity about all these games and the consoles. Just turning on any of the games that I've tried so far and having them hear those primitive bleeps and bloops just in the same room or just even outside in another room has them coming in like a siren song. A lot of times they wind up gravitating to the area, only to be there just a short while before they're wanting to play themselves. And to my surprise, they're able to figure out most of the basics with no direct explanation. And they don't care about the graphics. They seem to instinctively know that those 4 or 5 blocks is a car or a tank or a plane. And it goes when you hit the buttons and moves around when you move the stick or press the disc. And it's fun for them and me. It's great to be able to feel that togetherness, and it brings me back to when I was their age, playing with my father, uncles, mother, aunts, and even my grandparents. And that's what it's all about for me, I guess. Getting and being able to share that feeling of pure old-fashioned gaming with family and friends. Will this work for you and yours? No one can say for sure, but for me, I think it's worth a shot. So if you got your hands on some of these old consoles, or even one of those flashback things, then I say, plug that bad boy in and let the good times roll. Even if you don't, things like this, they're relatively inexpensive, and something cool you might want to add to a collection. Now, is it going to satisfy those kids forever? No way. And as they grow, that's where the other classics and the newer consoles come in. You know, stuff like your NES and SNES and old PlayStation, Dreamcast, and Xbox and beyond, right? But if you got some young ones, and you're looking for a way to get your game on and not wind up in seclusion, right? You know, while you're getting there, playing the games by yourself, well, I think this is a nice option. I even hear there's another console coming out soon. And it'll check all those boxes too. But as a guy I once knew said, that is another show. So until next time, keep your mind open on all those classic old relics of gaming's yesteryear. And as always, may all your future scores be perfect. Catch you next time.
Excellent.
Team RTFC.baconicecream.com